Welcome you back once again in Study Battle. So today we will talk a very important topic which is related to combined geoscientist mains examination, and this topic is related to geochemistry. You would have seen in your syllabus, आपने syllabus में देखा होगा कि एक जियोकेमिस्ट्री में एक टॉपिक है डिफ्यूजन लॉ से रिलेटेड. तो हमने डिफ्यूजन जो सॉल्यूशन से रिलेटेड लॉज हैं, जैसे हमने हेनरीज लॉ डिस्कस किया है, ओके. उसी सीरीज में आज हम फिक्स लॉ ऑफ डिफ्यूजन डिस्कस करेंगे जो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहने वाला है आपके एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. ओके, सो इस डिस्कस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि फिक्स लॉ ऑफ डिफ्यूजन क्या है, उसकी थ्योरी के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. उसके दो लॉज हैं, फिक्स लॉ ऑफ डिफ्यूजन 1 एंड फिक्स लॉ ऑफ डिफ्यूजन 2. सो ऑल दोस थिंग्स दैट वी विल discuss in the video. Okay, so let's discuss it out. So what does when we talk about the Fick's law, how we can define it? Okay, so this Fick's law of diffusion, it tells us that how the particles under the random thermal motion tend to spread from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration. You all are familiar. आपको पता है कि जो particles हैं under the random condition, random thermal motion, they tend to spread from the region of higher concentration to a lower concentration. And why this process takes place of movement or spread of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration? Because it's the natural nature of the solutions that in order to equalize, they move from the particles move from one region to another region, and that one region to another region, that journey takes place in between the higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, so in order to equalize the concentration on the both sides of the region, the concentration, the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration takes place. Okay, and this the same thing is given, as you can see, the Fick's law postulates that the diffusive flux, sometimes we call it diffusive flux, goes from a region of higher concentration area to a low concentration area which is proportional to the concentration gradient. This is the Fick's law. Okay, and mathematically we can conclude it mathematically. So mathematically we can say that the rate of diffusion that is proportional to surface area multiplies by concentration gradient or thickness of the membrane. जो सेल की जो पर्टिकुलर जो आपका सोल्यूशन है उसकी जो मेम्ब्रेन है, तो उसकी थिकनेस ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन या कंसंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट. ओके, सो रेट ऑफ डिफ्यूजन दैट इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू सरफेस एरिया, जो उसका सरफेस एरिया है, एंड मल्टीप्लाइज बाय कंसंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट, और कंसंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट कैन आल्सो बी कॉल्ड एज द थिकनेस ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन. Okay, so mathematically and theoretically we can pinpoint or we can describe this diffusion law, fixed diffusion law. Okay, and कैसे हम इसको डिसाइन मीन्स कैसे ये डिस्कवर हुआ उसके बारे में कुछ जानते हैं. That we all know that is this diffusion law. It talks about the diffusion and it was derived by Adolf Fick. That's why the name has been given, the name of the law has been taken from the Adolf Fick's law in 1855. Okay, and why he has done those experiments? In order to solve for the diffusion coefficient. In order to solve for the diffusion coefficient, he made an experiment and he derived two principles or two laws. So Fick's first law can be used to derive his second law. Means the first law that deals with that concludes to the second law, which is in turn identical to the diffusion equation. Okay, a diffusion process that obeys Fick's law is called normal or Fickian diffusion. Otherwise, it's called anomalous diffusion or non-Fickian diffusion. Okay, so diffusion की ऐसी process which obeys the Fick's law, means Fick's law को obey करने वाली जो process है diffusion process, उसको हम normal और Fickian diffusion कहते हैं. Otherwise, if it doesn't obey the diffusion process, then it's known as anomalous diffusion or the non-Fickian diffusion. Okay, so this is also important. So this is law was proposed by Adolf Fick, that you have to remember, and he has done those experiments. They can be used to solve for the diffusion coefficient. Diffusion coefficient, that is always remember, or that is always denoted by capital D. Okay, so this is the mathematical representation. There are two laws which have been proposed by Fick, Adolf Fick. Fick's law of diffusion, Fick's first law of diffusion, and Fick's second law of diffusion. Okay, so in mathematical or in the figurative form we can call them Fick's first law. So this law talks about that the movement of particles and the movement of these particles, that is known as the diffusion flux. Okay, from higher concentration to lower concentration, that is directly proportional to the particles concentration gradient. Okay, जो diffusion flux जिसको हम कह रहे हैं movement of particles, and this is always, I have already talked about, I have already told that the concentration, the movement of particles, that will take place from higher concentration to lower concentration, and which is directly proportional to the particles concentration gradient. Okay, so in form, mathematical form, we can J is known as diffusion flux, capital D, that is the diffusion coefficient or diffusivity, which is known as denoted by capital D, and d psi, that is equal to change in the normal concentration of the particles, and dx is the change in the position. Okay, and d psi by dx, that is the concentration gradient of the particle. So according to law, the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration, that is directly proportional to the proportional gradient, the particles concentration gradient, and concentration gradient means d psi by dx. Okay, so the short forms they have been given, the abbreviations they have been described. The diffusion flux, J, diffusion coefficient or diffusivity, that is denoted by capital D, d psi dx, and d psi by dx. So J is proportional to d psi by dx, and when we remove, by law we all know, that is when we remove the proportionality constant, we put the proportionality sign. When we remove, we put a constant. So this constant is known as d, or diffusion coefficient. Okay, so J is proportional to minus d by d psi by dx. Okay, and we all know in the figure, as you can see, the particle diffusing from higher to lower concentration. Okay, and the same is given for the second law. So the Fick's second law states that the relationship between the change in concentration gradient to the particle with the time. Okay, so second law states the relationship between the changes in the concentration gradient of the particles with the time, particles and the time. Okay, so in the diagram you can see how the movement of the particles, that is being changing, concentration becoming uniform over time. Okay, so the particle and time concentration relationship with the concentration gradient, that has been stated in Fick's second law. Okay, so d psi by dt, that is equals to capital D, d square by psi upon dx square. Okay, d2 psi upon dx square, where the abbreviations they have been described: d psi, change in concentration of the particle; dt, change in the time; dx, that is given change in the position from one position to another position; and capital D, diffusivity or diffusion coefficient, we all know; d psi by dt, change in the concentration with the time; and d2 psi by dx square, that is the second derivative, because d2 psi by dx square, this is the second power of diffusion coefficient d2 by psi by dx. That's why this has been given as second derivative of d psi by dt. Okay, so this was about Fick's law of diffusion or Fick's diffusivity law, we can say. There have been two diagrams, two laws, Fick's law of diffusion 1, or Fick's second law, or Fick's first law. Okay, so this was a very important topic which was related to geochemistry section of combined geoscientist mains examination. So if you have any queries, you can ask in the comment box. Okay, thank you.